Yeah, I think part of the problem is that, to a large extent, not only in Syria, but also in Libya, in Ukraine, and so on, the State Department is operating from an extremely liberal, ideological viewpoint, of a worldview, where they are misinterpreting events on the ground because they cast everyone else in the world as themselves. They think deep and down inside, every little brown, yellow, or black person out there in the world is a little liberal Western consumer just waiting to be liberated and pop out. So this is part of the problem that pervades the State Department in the United States. It pervades the failed foreign policy of the Obama administration. Turkey has clearly reacted to this. They are clearly unhappy with the way the Obama administration has flailed first in one direction and then flip-flopped in the other, and has no real coherent policy to what's happening now in Syria or in the greater realm with ISIS. And I have to disagree a little bit with what Josh Landis said a little bit earlier. It's disingenuous to say that the U.S. hasn't had a role. Certainly there was an indigenous discontent within Syria, but from the very beginning, the United States, before the protests began, the U.S. was funding opposition parties. Robert Ford, the U.S. diplomat to Syria, was on the streets of Damascus, openly associating with and cheering on the rebels before actual conflict broke out. I mean, and we have to remember, just a few weeks ago, the U.S. announced very quietly that it was going to stop paying the salary of many of these forces in Syria that are fighting the Syrian government.
Okay, Dan.